friends, it's Lisa here from Arcane&Stellar. Welcome to my channel. Glad you're here today. Some of you who are regular, you might notice that I have some changes on my desk. I've moved and I just don't have everything with me still. I'm kind of in a weird spot even. I've got boxes all around me. I haven't unpacked yet. But I was so eager to make something for the channel because I haven't been able to record really, and I've just fallen so behind with all this stuff going on in my life. So here I am, and I want to do a timeless reading. So whenever you come across it, if it's in the future, that's fine. If you're feeling drawn to one of these cards here on the table, this can be a message for you about what positive thing is coming up for you. So what next positive thing's happening? Something good, something spectacular, hopefully. Something nice to look forward to. So yeah, I love these type of readings. They're one of my favorites to record, and they're one of my favorites to watch as well. So anyway, I really want to thank you for being here, and hopefully we'll go through the numbers here. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. You might find that you're drawn to more than one. Maybe it'll be this one and this one, or this one and this one, or this one and this one. Whatever you're feeling. Maybe it's the first 2. Whatever, you know, just go with your gut feeling, and you'll find the timestamps down below. So once you pick a group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, you can go find those timestamps and you can go right to your message. So yeah, I want to thank you all so much for your support. You're so kind, and so many of you have sent some PayPal donations lately, and birthday gifts, and thank you. Really, I appreciate it. My birthday is on Monday on the 18th, so I'm an Aries, yes, if you haven't noticed. I think most of you know that already. But yeah, I am an Aries, and it's a better birthday than last year, that's for damn sure. So far, at least this season. It's been a bit difficult, yeah, with the year since my sister's passing, but actually I've handled it a lot better than I thought I would. So I think I just broke down in one personal reading into tears. Thank you, Tom, for listening to me. I think I broke into tears and just for her. But talking about it it was the day of, and her passing, so I was a little bit emotional. But I think I've handled it pretty well. You know, they say that Saturn matures at 36 years old, so I'm gonna be 37, so I'm like, yeah, I felt like I got Saturn handed to me. It was much worse than my Saturn return, actually. I feel like I had Saturn on my descendant though, so that transits a little bit whenever Saturn goes over an angle, it can be quite challenging. But for me, the descendant one was kind of a bitch, to be honest, because I really did have a lot of difficulties in my relationships, you know, my sister passing and all that stuff, and it was just, ugh. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, you know, Saturn's the last planet really to mature, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I hope that this reading finds you well and happy. Thank you also for your support. Hopefully you'll subscribe, stick around, and hopefully you don't mind the weird setup. I know it's a little bit darker too. I don't have my ring light, and my nails are trashed. I haven't had a chance to go to the salon and fix them, so it's just not been in my schedule. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this reading, and I'll see you there. So you've chosen group number 1, card number 1. Let's find out what your message is. So what next positive thing is happening? What positive thing is coming for you? We've got the 2 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. So to me, this card represents balance and, you know, feeling in alignment as well, because there's a certain alignment that comes from juggling. So something maybe that's felt like a struggle could become a little bit easier to handle. I think for some of you, there could be some sort of improvement, whether this is in a relationship, a job situation. I could see a lot of positive things coming in where things are just running a little bit more smoothly. Like I said, especially if you've been feeling lately like things are hard to control. This is a card that talks about being able to control things. As an example. So this could be about, you know, having a better schedule, or feeling more on top of things, like you can juggle more than one thing. But let's find out a little bit more. Oh my goodness, you will be taken care of in difficult times. So that might be for some of you that there might be some help coming in as well, to help you juggle something. So if you've been struggling with a certain situation in your life, ooh, look at that, beware of great pride with the peacock. Let's see. I want 2 more, please, Spirit. 2 more. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we've got, we've got that beware of great pride. So one thing I want to tell you is to make sure that you're really open for new opportunities and help. Okay, so sometimes people come through and they want to help us, but then we might say no. You know, we might not be open to that. So just be careful of pride getting in the way of not asking for help, of not being open to it, because I really think that there's something coming through for you that's going to really help you. And we have temporary situation as well. If you've been feeling a little bit stressed about something and you're not sure about the permanence, I could see something becoming more regular as an example. So, or more regulated. So like for instance, if some of you have like started a business, because we do have shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. If things have been off at work as an example, this could be a positive improvement coming in with like extra help or something. If you have started a business and you're wanting more clientele, as an example, you might be able to have more clientele come in. I can see a lot of positive things, but essentially we get this really strong sense of peace and balance of things really feeling well-oiled and refined is what I feel like. You know, like things are really going better. So if you've been feeling a little bit like out of the loop, or you're like, what in the hell day is it, you know, or where you just get kind of frazzled, that feeling seems to be going away, and there's a much more balanced feeling coming in. And I'm telling you, that's a pretty nice blessing sometimes to come into someone's life. So group number one, anything else here about the positive thing coming in? Oh, we've got the P's, communication, and we've got happiness and victory. So marjoram and nasturtium. Ooh, okay, let's see. So the P, obviously, P's represent communication. So let's see, we could have some sort of communication coming in. P's tell us that now is the time to move ahead with projects, plans, and ideas. There are new ways of thinking and approaching challenges, and even life, if you're willing to listen to what could be an alternate communication method with concepts you may have dismissed in the past. Sharing ideas, considering partnerships, gathering information, and stepping up enthusiasm are all indicated. Beware of haphazard actions and failing to follow through. Well, see, that's one thing I would say is, like, obviously with that peacock and stuff, make sure you're open to other alternate ideas, because I think that will be the key to your positivity. But here it says that there are new ways of thinking, of approaching challenges, and that you can move ahead with projects, plans, ideas. So it could be like something's really coming through. And so I feel like for a lot of you, there could be somebody that comes in here that has some sort of suggestion. So if it's like you're having car problems, maybe there will be like some sort of suggestion that comes through that really helps you out, as an example. But I see things getting a lot better and generally improving wherever you've been feeling a little bit disbalanced. Happiness with marjoram. It says here, new successes, relationships, and even beginnings are indicated. Can you do something differently to move an outcome more in line with your desires? Wow, this is very similar to the first card. So again, we're getting sort of like alternate paths or ideas. It's almost like things could be shifting, but don't like hold up. It's actually not that bad of a shift. It's actually for the better somehow for you. Marjoram indicates celebrations, excitement, holidays, good news, and physical radiance. Freedom that was once out of reach might now be attainable. Be careful of overindulgence and overspending and being too free with information that may be better kept quiet for now. So of course there's that warning, of course, that don't brag, don't put it out there, just kind of do your thing is what I'm feeling without really saying much. And for most of you probably don't even need that advice, but just in case. Number 44, so victory, nasturtium. Nasturtiums indicate a firm message of triumph and success over challenges, as well as support being found. Again, support coming through, help and assistance. They inject the energies of strength and vigor into all that they come into contact with and illuminate ways to find resolution and gain self-confidence and self-reliance. Advancements is possible now, so get moving. Do not become obsessed with the need to impress others or lose yourself in lose your belief in your own unique abilities. So not losing your own belief in yourself. And it says here, don't become obsessed with the need to impress other people. Pride. That's often where pride actually is most common, is when we're too afraid to make a fool of ourselves. We're afraid to be rejected, or we're afraid to put ourselves out there. And that's where I feel like pride is actually the bigger problem for the majority of people. I don't think that the majority of people are proud in that they want to show off. I don't think most people are cocky. There are plenty of them, but I mean, generally, especially the type of audience I attract, I feel like, the majority of you are like pretty spiritual, pretty like, well evolved. And so that's usually not what the problem is. So, I mean, this is more like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and, don't hold yourself back. Especially because I do feel like there could be some really good advice coming in too, or the opportunity for someone to help you. But this is awesome, especially for those of you that run a business, like I said, or some sort of work stuff. I could definitely see things improving there for you. So that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 1. I really hope that this reading was helpful and insightful. Hopefully it brought a smile to your face. And anyway, well, I'm going to send you lots of love. Take care of yourself, and see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 2 here, this is going to be your reading. So I apologize, like I said in the beginning, for my horrible nails. I have not been able to get them done. Just haven't had time on my schedule. But you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So what positive thing is coming through for you next? Well, you've got some sort of gift, perhaps assistance. This literally could be money, someone giving you some money. I think honestly, for the majority of you, I feel like it's some sort of financial thing coming through. So it could be a gift coming your way that really brings a smile to your face, or the money that you need for something. That's what I'm getting for those of you that chose group number 2. Let me see, anything else here about the positive thing coming through. Oh, you will receive a gift. No way, no way. Look at that. Yeah, so a lot of you are actually going to be receiving a gift is what's happening for you. I love it. And we also have affairs with your family. So this is probably for a lot of you a family gift. So the family could be providing assistance or giving you some sort of gift. Maybe for some of you it will be an heirloom or something passed down through the family. For others of you, again, just sort of a family gift. Maybe some of you have birthdays coming up like me. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And I think that represents a situation. Ooh, okay, interesting. So we've got, okay, let's see. So we've got rat and mule. Okay, so rat can talk about someone working against you behind your back. Now, for some of you, this isn't going to be literally that someone's working behind your back. It's probably going to be more representative of a situation where maybe things have not gone your way, as an example. Or you felt kind of worried about something like that. But I feel like that there's some sort of help coming through. So even if it just felt like, you know how we have those times where we're like, man, everything's working against me. Jeez Louise, and it just feels like everything's going wrong. That's like the type of energy that would be remedied. Now, for others, and it says here, someone is extremely stubborn and willing to change with the mule. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go. No, come on. Come on, camera. There you go. But no, this could really be representing a really stuck situation, or something that it seemed like you'd never get. So like, for instance, I'll tell you an example recently for me. I really wanted those like K-rigs or whatever they're called. I've wanted one for years. Actually, my friend had one, my ex-best friend. She had one many years ago, and I always wanted one, but that was never like the type of thing I could really afford. And it seemed like a silly thing. I'm the only one who drinks coffee, and yeah, I never could really justify it. And then I moved into this place. My grandma had given me an old coffee pot of hers, and I broke it. I literally opened the back door to let it, to get the box out to move it into the house, and I dropped it and it broke and shattered. And anyway, I was like, well, shoot, now I need to buy another coffee pot. Well, I went to the shop or whatever, and I found actually like an off-brand thing that does the K-pods, and it's like, it was only $20, and I was like, well, there we go. But you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like I've been waiting for that for like 9 years, literally. Like, I wanted one for like 9 years already. Because I remember my son was like quite small when I was in Arizona, and he was about a few months old. So he's going to be 10 soon in June. So yeah, 9 years. And it's just like I thought I'd never get it. So again, this might be something that you thought you'd never get, or it seemed like that will never happen. You know, or an Instant Pot. I got one for my birthday from a friend of mine. I helped, I have a friend who's a bit older, and she needed some help in the store, and she's like, anything you want's yours. And I was like, well, I really want an Instant Pot, and I got one. And for my birthday, it was her birthday gift to me. And it's, again, another thing I've been wanting for a really long time. I had to watch all these videos on it, but I could never really justify buying it. And yay, you know what I mean? So it's like, it might be something that you just waited for a long time to get. So group number 2, positive blessings. Ooh, we have the potato and dahlia. Okay, grounding and refinement. So grounding, number 5, is with the potato, and it says, where are you at? Oh, there we go. Explore the deeper, innermost areas of yourself and situations, as potato indicates energies that are calling you to look again at what you may have once missed, and will try to help bring stability. If you're looking for an answer, try pulling back a little to let things settle on their own first. Challenges at the moment may include ignorance, self-centeredness, and forgetfulness, so make sure that you're compassionate and focused. That's interesting. So we've got something that could bring a sense of stability. I think of potatoes myself as well as like sort of like a staple. At least for me, it's like a staple food. As an example, it's something like you'll never go hungry as long as you have some potatoes. And so again, this might be something that really brings a lot of sustenance, and maybe for a lot of you, this is something that really helps you feel more grounded and stable, as an example. So maybe it won't be nearly as frivolous as it was for me with my examples. Mine were frivolous, I suppose, but it might be actually more serious for some of you. Like, this might actually be a really good shot at something. Like, maybe you're going to get a job for some of you, if you're really needing it, or some sort of help that is dire, you know what I mean? Like, that you really need. I could totally see that being a possibility for some of you. Now, dahlia, refinement. Be receptive to communications and messages that are incoming at present, as there is much to benefit your current situation. Dahlias inspire and ask you to improve yourself in your current situations. You may find keys and deeper meanings to mysteries that have evaded you for some time, or be given offers that seem unusual. It can be very easy to fall for deceptive flattery and have unrealistic expectations at the moment. That's also interesting, especially for those of you that have felt like you got cheated or something was a bit deceptive in the past. I feel like something better coming through. So for some of you, and this is like super probably rare amongst you listening, but for some of you, if you had like a deceptive job offer or an offer of something and it turned out to fall through, and it was kind of like maybe not a scandal, like maybe it was like a scam. Sorry, that's what I meant, a scam. It might be that you actually get some sort of opportunity that's better, like that comes through. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's going to be a rare situation for this group. I think it's probably only 1 or 2, 3, 4, or 5 like that. Not like so many of you. I think for the majority of you, really, the next positive thing coming through is some sort of gift. And again, it could be also for some of you more work as an example. If you feel like work is slow, if you have clientele, I could see an increase there. Again, it's sort of that thing where something's really moving along or it seemed like you waited a long time for something. Now that affairs with your family, again, it could come through the family in some way, or help your family. Again, trees like the potato are rooted, and it's something very like, it could be something very long term that you're given, or something that's connected to the family tree. And for others of you, this is really just something that increases your stability in some way, or your sense of self, grounding, you know, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 2. Thank you for listening and being here. I hope that this was interesting for you. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. But anyway, take care and lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen group number 3 here, this is your reading. So like I told the other groups, sorry if my nails are a little bit bad. I know I haven't been to the salon recently. I just have not had time in my schedule, but with all the stuff going on in my life. But I'm glad you're here, and hopefully, you know, the bare space won't bother you and my nails. But I hope that you're having a blessed day. Let's get into your reading. So positive thing coming your way. What's the next one? We have got the Four of Wands. So this is a very stable card. It obviously represents, with fours, we always get that sort of stable energy. So something could be happening within the family or around home. Let's dig in a little bit. This also is a card of celebration, of ceremonies, of good things here. So let's see. We've got karma. You'll reap what you've sown. So you might actually, for some of you, you're getting some karma paid back to you. We've also got affairs with your family. A change for the better. Ooh, okay. You know what I feel like for some of you, to be honest? Hold on. Okay. One more. I'm just going to get one more. And I think I know what this... Okay. You know what the deal is here for some of you. So here we have a situation, I think, for some of you, and this may be cryptic a little bit, but hopefully you can apply it. But what I feel here is that for some of you, you've had a situation where you might be afraid. Okay, it might be a thing where you're afraid to take a risk, almost to deny something. But I promise you, if you don't lower your standards, you're going to reap reward. Now, okay, here's like an example. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, so maybe you know how to better apply this to like a real situation. So like, say for instance, I get like an apartment. Okay, I get an apartment, like I rent an apartment, like, okay, and I find out that maybe it isn't quite up to my standard, like this current apartment I just moved to, it has like a lot of traffic noise, and it's not really in my benefit, you know what I mean? Like it annoys me. It also probably annoys you guys if you can hear it in the background, and all of that. And you know, for some of us, it's like we'll want to like just deal with it, right? We just put up with it. And I'm that type of person often. I'll be like, well, I'll just deal with it and put up with it, no problem. This almost feels like that type of thing, where you could put up with something, but actually you're being told not to in some way, because other opportunities will open themselves up. It's almost like it'd be scary. You're like, oh, well, if I give up on this, like there's a risk involved. I could, you know, lose everything, or maybe I won't get something better. I actually feel like there could be really good stuff actually coming through, where things will get better, as an example. The other thing too is, for some of you, something positive could be happening within the family. I almost want to say that for some of you, especially that have had family problems, things could improve there. But the one thing that I do see here is like, don't be lowering your standards. So not to lower your standards. And it could be that something comes out the way that you want it to be. Okay? So that's another thing. If you have any sort of involvement, especially with your family, stick to your guns on things, because I think that somehow your wishes or something or desires could be honored. Okay? For others of you, I do see a masculine energy here with the dark man that could be very involved in the next positive thing that happens to you. Okay, this could be something that benefits you and your family, as an example, or your stable situation. Let's see, anything else about the positive thing coming for group number 3? Oh, we've got memory with Rosemary. Okay, it says deeper levels of connection with people, concept and plans are all areas that Rosemary works with. You are reminded to ensure that you're in touch with your inner wisdom, paying heed to the past and having cleared what needs to be released. Listen to your intuition as it's calling you to be present, you at present, but be wary of gossip or becoming tactless or too forceful. Interesting. There's another thing too, is I feel like some of you might have a situation as well, and this is like kind of a heads up. there might be a situation in which you might be able to sort of say something and get sort of temporary satisfaction. But I feel like if you let things play out in the long run, it will actually work in your favor. Like there's some sort of karma or something. So it might be like where you have an opportunity to like really trash talk or something, or do something that's maybe not in your best interest necessarily, but it might feel good at the time, or it might seem justified at the time, but actually the longer term thing could actually be better if you didn't do it, and it would actually shift on its own, is what I feel. And I know that's kind of very specific, but I do feel that. And that could be for some of you with that situation, like not taking risks. So I would definitely advise you guys just to watch what you say. There might be for some of you some sort of karma from the past that's cleared up in your favor as well, is what I'm feeling. And again, I do get like something, it affects your family in some way for the positive, or your status in the family, or your place in the family, that sort of thing. But this is generally quite nice, I want to say. So this doesn't feel like the same type of thing that group number 2 got, where it's like, oh, you're getting a gift or something like that. It's a little bit different, but it's a change for the better here. Now, again, don't lower your standards in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be part of what brings in that good thing for you, is honoring your own standards, you know, and flying your own flag. So I definitely encourage you to make sure that you do that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 3. I hope this was fun and interesting, and hopefully it brought some happiness, something to look forward to. And I'm wishing you the very, very best. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, if you chose group number 4, this is going to be your reading. So what positive thing is coming up for you? Let's find out. We've got the 2 of Wands. So some sort of perspective, some sort of advancement. Let me find out a little bit more. This could be like more options as an example, or a good choice. Ooh, position of authority. So maybe for some of you, it's like you're going to have a choice to make, but a good one. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is interesting, because for some of you, you might have been feeling kind of stuck. Like maybe you had no options. But this is like the type of thing where maybe options are coming through. Like maybe like there will be alternatives, as an example. We have the Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone's against you. For some of you, especially, this is going to be specific. So again, don't take it if it's not yours. But as I always say, but for some of you, this might be to do with some sort of man. There might be an option to resolve something, like maybe if you have a boss or something like that, and it feels like you hit a brick wall and you can't really come to eye, or there are no other options. It's like there's some pathway opening up for you, as an example. The other thing too is that somebody in authority might actually give you a choice. It's another thing. So it might be that you have the choice to move departments, or you have another option opened up that you didn't before. So that's what I'm feeling for a lot of you, what that's going to be. The next positive thing has something to do with more option, or another path opening up, or a better choice that will resolve some issues. For others of you, like I do feel like somehow as well with the man and the worry that someone's against you, as an example, could be that you are also finding out that maybe someone isn't against you as you thought. I feel like for some of you, and this is so specific, like I'm channeling it, is that maybe you'll find out that like that person at work doesn't dislike you like you thought, or that you're actually favored, or something like that, and there's some sort of opportunity presented to you, or an option of some kind. Maybe it's like to work from home one day a week, or something like that, or some sort of favor. We have divination with chives. And let's get one more. And focus with stock. So, divination number 14. Oh wow, I opened up right to the page. I love it. It's like totally meant for us, isn't it? So, the divination card chives. You are the master of your own free will, aligned with the divine, and at present, energies are strong deep within you to help change your destiny and meet challenges powerfully. This feels like another option is popping up for you guys. There's some place where you've been feeling stuck or something. Maybe you felt like you weren't in charge or that you didn't have much say in a situation. This is like where you have the authority to make a decision, or a choice is, like given to you or something like that. This is really awesome. Okay, focus, stock. Stocks offer confidence, calmness, and a centered place to rest amid turmoil and change. It's time to focus, to think more deeply, and to slow down. Your personal truth needs some attention, so don't let it get lost in your present dealings. Stocks also indicate and lead you to a balanced place in emotional swings. Be careful of losing yourself amid the behaviors of others. That's interesting. So keeping calm despite other people's attitudes or whatever. This almost feels like, for some of you, it's like if you have had someone really difficult in your life, particularly maybe a man, it's like something is getting better. It's like you have more authority over the situation, or you're somehow, maybe you'll be moved away from somebody who's difficult, or something's kind of getting better there. Very nice. And emotional, it says a balanced place in emotional swing. So if you've had depression or anxiety, it's like that could be really, it's something you're more in charge of now. Like it's like, or something in your life, it's like you have more of a choice or more authority than maybe you previously did. So therefore, some of the anxiety melts away. So again, that can be quite broad, right? In terms of like what that could mean for each of you individually. But think about a place in your life where you've been feeling a little bit like you don't have authority or you don't have much choice. That's probably what's going to be changing here for the more positive. I'm going to take one more card for you guys, actually. I didn't do this for the other groups, but I got my Mist of Avalon Oracle out. And let's see. Any other message here for group number 4? I'm hoping that the traffic isn't going to be so bad. Ooh, Sacred Union and Lancelot. Ooh. This could involve you and a partner. As an example, if some of you are married or, partnered up already, that could be like that this changes for the both of you, as an example. Or you feel a little bit more in charge in your connection. Let's see here. We've got, oops, what am I doing? I went to 32. Sometimes I do that. Do you guys ever do that where you get your numbers backwards? Lancelot. Support your vision and honor the truth of your heart equally between your sense of duty and your emotional passion in this current situation. When you set your feet on the path to follow your heart's longing, you may find you need to make dramatic changes. Be true to yourself while allowing others to be true to who they are. That's interesting. Lancelot wants you to know that you have 2 magical resources within you. On your quest for true love and self-fulfillment, you will be tested and challenged. And honor the truth of your heart. That's really interesting. So, honoring truth, chivalry, romance. This is interesting because we have a lot about like relationship here too. For some of you, maybe if you felt like love wasn't going in your way, this could be the improvement where you have more authority. Maybe you're recognized more by, somebody in particular, or a new person or something like that. The Sacred Union card. Let me bring that up so you can see it. It's really pretty. There we go. It says here, it's now a good time for bringing hopes, dreams, and aspirations to fruition. Be joyful and open your heart. Celebrate vitality and love in all its forms, whether it be friendship, romance, or new passions. And it says, if you're in the search of love, the Sacred Union card assures that the goddess blesses those of us who appreciate our own sexuality and beauty. You will feel the core truth more deeply once you learn to love yourself. Then you can give and share love with one another. Now, of course, I'm not one of those people who says you have to be like some perfect person in order to attract love in your life. I find that to be bullshit myself. I mean, I think it's healthier when we have a decent amount of self-confidence, and that could be what's coming to you. Like one of the blessings is that this is increased for you. You know what I mean? With these 2 cards. But it does seem like you're somehow really aligning with something as well. in the process. But yeah, I think for the majority of you, really what comes through for me is that you guys are going to have something opening up in your life that's quite positive in terms of like feeling more in charge, or like you have more of a choice in a certain situation. So some sort of problem perhaps being resolved there for you. But that's what I'm seeing. I really hope that this reading was helpful, insightful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, but sending you lots of blessings and love. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, number 5, group number 5. You've chosen this card here. What is the next positive thing happening to you? Let's find out. Ooh, the High Priestess. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so this could be something very intuitive happening. This could be like your intuition confirmed. This could be a very spiritual, positive growth there as well. The one thing is the High Priestess is very confident. She stands up straight and tall. She's not worried. She's, you know, accepting the unknown as an example too. Let's see. What kind of positive thing is coming through? We have got the crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Ooh, we've got affairs with your family, karma, you'll reap what you've sown. And let's see what else. Oops, we've got love. So for some of you, this might literally be a pregnancy coming through. Maybe a divine child coming in. But of course, for some of you, that's not going to be the case. But we do have perhaps a conception of something. For some of you, maybe you will be starting something that's very spiritual in your life. Like maybe there will be, you're starting a new spiritual business or something like that as well. I also see very important things happening karmically for you. So again, a lot of the things that you've already planted are really coming into fruition as well. I do feel that with the tree and the haystack in particular. The haystack, of course, says the karma. You'll reap what you've sown. So you're getting karma back. You know, what you've sown in your life, you're going to start to receive it back. So if you've been really generous, you can receive generosity as an example in return. But I really feel that sense of something really good coming. I'm going to actually take one of these cards as well. We also have celebration, fun, and enjoyment, so something really happy, whatever this positive thing is. It could feel like something you want to celebrate, literally. Yeah, that's what it feels like. So this is like the type of thing where you celebrate. So that could be like a new job or opportunity, something new coming in, the type of thing where it's like, let's go out and enjoy this. Okay, that's what I feel. And we also have ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Very beautiful. Oops. And we've got finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Wow. Okay, so for a lot of you, I feel like this could be quite spiritual, whatever's coming through. There might be actually like a contact spiritually with a spirit guide, or like a really strong sign or synchronicity coming your way, or some sort of spiritual advancement as well, some sort of epiphany or spiritual understanding is what I'm feeling for a lot of you. And I also feel like things are moving forward in your life. You might be ascending a mountain, you know, towards a goal, and you're actually reaching some sort of plateau or some sort of marker. Sorry for the background noise. I live near a highway now, and it's a bit louder than I anticipated. But that's what I'm feeling. This is almost like you guys are reaching a milestone, to be honest, something that's worth celebrating. So I don't know if some of you are graduating, or you are going to be putting something out there. You're maybe conquering a fear or something like that. But this is like really positive towards your growth, your stability, long term especially, I'm feeling. Wow. Okay, let's see. Anything else for group number 4 to know? I do feel like for some of you it will be a child though. And look at the sun came out with the baby on it. This is just a really happy time, I think, coming up in your life. Again, this might be just a general sense of like fresh newness. It's like you let go of an old cycle and now it's just like it's feeling so much better. if you've been like kind of stuck out, you know, not being able to go out, but it's like you're more freer, more relaxed, more able to kind of really enjoy yourself. Whatever is coming through, dude, is like so good. I just have to say, I just said dude and gave my age away, but you know, bro, sorry. No, this feels so happy, whatever's coming through. This is definitely something that maybe has eluded you as well. I really feel like some of you are getting new gifts spiritually, or you're recognizing new gifts within yourself, or really being led down some sort of spiritual path that's very fulfilling for you. That's actually one of the things I really feel. Maybe some of you are going to like discover that you have like strong mediumship abilities, or some sort of strong intuitive abilities. This is what I feel. The other thing too is that if you have felt, for some of you, like some of the positive could be coming in, is that you're going to have much more activity in your life rather than being holed away. If you felt like you were, and again, this is specific, so it's not going to resonate with every single person, but it's like if you did feel like you were just sort of holed away, you couldn't really get out and do anything, it's like there is so much more happiness coming, you know, so much more activity, things to do, that sort of thing. Wow, really nice. I could see a really happy family event for some of you as well. For some of you, and like I said, this is probably just for a few of you, but you might be actually conceiving a very spiritual child as an example, or a spiritually led one. It could be like, you know, a reincarnation or something of somebody, or a gift from a past person. Very interesting message. I know. I know that's only going to resonate probably with one of you, most likely, but that's what I'm feeling. One more card, and then we'll move on, because this is a much more broader, like it's generally a sense of happiness and peace and well-being, I think, overall. And there is something a little bit mysterious with the High Priestess here. Any other further message for group number 4? And then we'll move on. Liberty. Let me see. So it says here, the card shows a woman standing in profile. A birdcage hangs from her hair, and she's about to release her winged friend into the night. The stars and the moon are guiding the little birds away. The woman has plucked a special star from the sky to help the shepherd the bird's journey. This card stands for the freedom you have to choose your own way in life. Don't let others decide for you. You have the power to liberate yourself from both external and internal cages. Oh, hold on. Wow, somebody just knocked on my door and brought me this. How sweet was that? My new neighbor. What a nice woman. It's such a weird synchronicity, actually, because I was just talking to my husband about the farm, because I knew the kids that work there. I used to do 4-H with them, and that's such a weird synchronicity. I was just talking, and she brought me like a locally baked thing from that farm. That's so weird. Okay. Synchronicity. Right? But what does it mean? I don't know. Maybe I need to go there. I was actually thinking about getting fresh produce, and she literally with that, she gave me their schedule and what they're selling. So that's kind of cool, huh? Well, anyway, the Liberty card. What a weird coincidence. Wow, that's so weird. Okay, anyway. I'm shutting up now. And maybe for some of you, that's what it's going to be like. These weird like synchronicities, like coincidences might be really popping up that lead to like, you know, positive things. So anyway, we have many of the obstacles that we face are the ones that we create ourselves. Once we realize we've created them, we have the power to release them. And it says here, you have the power to liberate yourself from both external and internal cages. This feels like a situation where you're no longer trapped, where things are much more lighter. I feel like there might be an area in your life that's suffering a bit, perhaps, you know, feeling quite blocked, or things being really quite difficult. But I feel like things could really improve in your life, essentially. And really good things are coming your way, and it's like very spiritually given as well. For some of you, I feel like one of the things that you might be getting is just sort of like everything falling into place. You know what I mean? Like where it just all falls into place, just the way you need it. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 5. I hope that this reading was insightful, helpful. I hope it brought some inspiration, happiness to you, and lots of love, okay? Take care, and see you in the next reading. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen group number 6, this is your reading. So let's see what positive things coming in your way. Well, we've got the Queen of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups is, of course, a very creative, intuitive individual. This could represent somebody good coming into your life, a woman, as an example, or feminine energy that's very creative, intuitive, very giving, selfless type of individual. Let's see what else comes through. Group number 6, positive thing coming through. Oh, we've got a short journey. You'll be playing a different role. Torch and flag, and one more. Dark man. Okay, so we've got the mysterious stranger. Perhaps with the dark man we do have like someone showing up here, a person. This could be, let's see, short journey, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. You'll be playing a different role in short journey. Okay, so I feel like one thing that's coming through here is like this opportunity to really play a different role in your life in general. This might be a time where one positive thing is that you might actually stand up for yourself or do something and you feel so much relief afterwards. It actually goes in your favor, or something really positive happens. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever, okay, I recently had a situation where it was like I had to make a phone call and ask for something, and I was just so freaking nervous. I was like, what if it pisses them off? Like, what if, you know, oh, what if they say this? I'm such a nervous person. And, you know, I was quite scared to make the phone call. And when I made the phone call, they were so much more receptive than I really thought they would be. And for some of you, it's like someone could be more receptive towards you than you might anticipate. And yeah, and it almost feels like that relief that comes after. I remember I got off that phone call and I was like, oh my God, it went way easier than I thought. They weren't mean, they weren't bitchy, they weren't mad. It was so like chill. And I was like, yay, you know, that sweet relief. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel here for some of you, that kind of thing. We also have the short journey, and so there could be a short journey coming up in your life. That's a real big blessing or a big positive thing. Like you might be able to go on a day trip somewhere and something really positive happens. Like you're going out of town or something. Like maybe you'll go to the next town for a doctor's appointment and you get some sort of positive situation happening to you as well. I could see for some of you a dark man helping you out. We have cucumber and oh Lord, that's too many of them. I'm not going to read all of those, sorry. I don't think so. One at a time. There we go. Oh, we have the onion, protection. And then we've got cucumber. Well, cucumbers and onions are really good together. Okay, and tomatoes. If you take that and then you put a bit of mayonnaise or sour cream. Yep, that's the salad. Okay, now number 4, cucumber. So any uncertainties that have been hanging around should begin to fall away soon. A commitment and even perhaps a major life decision will come up, and you will be advised to take hold of your emotions before you determine the right path for you. Someone near you may express themselves in an unsettling way, so try to ride that wave gently until it passes. It could be time to take a new step forward. Well, that's interesting too. This could be standing up to someone for some of you. Like a situation where you stand up and then you're actually heard as well. So even if it's as silly as like, you know, a neighbor that you need to confront, or anybody, honestly, there might be a situation where it's like you do stand up and you are protected and you are seen and heard and understood. As well, we have that protection with the onion. Onions share ways to take responsibility and empower your own life. They indicate that you're on the right path, that you are protected, and that you have to keep going and not give up. Believe in yourself and listen to that inner voice. Your truth is the most important element right now. Take care that you do not take on things that you really do not understand, or that are not part of your personal journey. Again, I honestly feel like for the majority of you, honestly, the next blessing or like sort of next positive things happening is where you're going to sort of speak some sort of truth, especially for those of you that have a difficult time asserting yourself, and you're going to be heard. And you're going to be respected, understood, or things are going to clear up for you with that, you know, step forward. That's what I feel like for a lot of you. But for others of you, and again, it might be like a really like strong spiritual kind of it's almost like a spiritual awakening or an understanding of oneself, or feeling just really understood, like you're understanding yourself, or you're having an epiphany about yourself as well. Watch out for a dark man that also could inspire you as well. This could be the situation where, like, you know, somebody shares some sort of information with you that really inspires you to step forward on something as well. The other thing I really feel like saying to you is that there might be a journey or something that needs to be started or wanted to be started, and it's actually not a long journey, it's actually a short journey. I feel like for some of you, something that you want to do is actually not like a long-term, okay, how to say this? I feel like something that some of you might be thinking of something. You might think, I have to work really hard for this. It's going to take a long time to get this done. But actually, I feel like the goal is much more attainable, or whatever. Like somehow the journey is short. It's not long. It's not something that's strenuous. It actually might flow really quickly, is what I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like if some of you are wanting to start a business or something, or apply for a job or do something like that, it's like the doors would open like pretty quick. Like, it's not something that's strenuous or difficult for you. That's what I feel. But wow, interesting message. I know that's kind of specific, but hopefully it fell in the ears of those who need to hear it the most. Here, let me go ahead and use this deck here. Who got this for me? So it's all, oh, Melissa. Sweet Melissa. Actually, Teresa got me this one. And then Melissa got me this one. Sometimes I try to keep the notes in there, but they get really faded. So sometimes they're so faded out I can't even tell. But I always appreciate you guys when you get me stuff on my wish list. Thank you. Okay, Melissa's deck. Here, let's get a message for group number 6. Secrets. Ooh, what? Let me see. I think this deck is just beautiful. I really like the colors. Secrets, magic, mystery, hidden thoughts. So here it says, a girl on a stool is tall enough to reach the moon. She holds a key of rings in her hand. One of them will fit the keyhole of the moon's surface. This card tells us about personal secrets, hidden thoughts, and ideas one keeps inside their mind. Nobody is able to look into your head unless you invite them to. You have the power to decide how much of your thoughts you want to share with others. A little mystery helps keep the magic alive. That's so interesting. For some of you, this might be that confirmation that you guys have a goal or idea. Maybe you're not telling too many people about it, but it's almost like you actually can do this. Like, you can do this thing that you're thinking of, especially for those of you that have maybe been keeping something a secret or a little bit apprehensive to open up too much about it. As an example, too, that you hold the key as well. I think just the fact that she holds the keys to the door. It's like the door that you want to open, it can open. And it can actually be a lot shorter of a journey than you might think. That's what I feel. Honestly, this is such a strong message. I hope whoever needs to hear it is hearing it, because that's what I feel like. It's almost like for a few of you, you have to be thinking that something's a little bit more out of your reach than it actually is. Maybe this is purchasing a home with the house keys. I mean with the keys. It might be that you're thinking, oh no, I'm way off on that. Maybe in 5 years, 10 years. No, actually I think you could do it a lot faster. There's something here that you're going to find out that you are much more capable of, and it could happen a lot more quickly than you might think. That's what I feel. That's the main message for this group. I really hope it was helpful. Oh, I love it. I've got like chills from this one, because this is like a really strong message coming through. So hopefully it really does hit those ears that need to hear it. If you didn't resonate, of course you can choose another group. You know, intuition's and vital and pick a cards. You know, it's an exercise to really, you know, exercise your own intuition to make sure that you're, you know, aligning yourself with the right messages, you know, that are for you. But I really hope that this reading was helpful, and I'm sending you lots of blessings and love. Thank you all for your support and kindness. Like and subscribe if you're new, or if you're not new, you know, but take care, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.